Hello Aries and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of December in the areas of love and relationship. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. December, end of the year, I want to definitely thank you for all of you who's been with me all year long. And if you just found me, I'm very glad and would like to welcome you. But let's get started with your Rose Oracle card. The card that has a message for you is Healing the Motherline. Healing and stress, ancestral work, motherline, growing up. So the very first message of this card is all about healing, right? So some of you might have gone through some challenges, some difficulties in your life, some disappointments, and you're healing from it. Maybe you went through a breakup, a divorce, or something, and you're healing. But the other kind of message here is that there's some kind of an ancestral challenge here for you. Maybe something that you've seen through your lineage, through your parents, through your grandparents, some kind of a trauma that you are recovering from. It can be both sides really of your lines, but maybe for some of you it's very specific on the mother line, and you're kind of trying to heal from that, whatever event you went through, maybe as a child or something that happened. But this is all about growing up as well. So it's an indication that you are becoming an adult, in a sense of that you are leaving the previous challenges behind. You're growing up, you're learning. But let's see what the tarot is telling us. In the center of your reading, you do have the Ace of Swords. Aces are generally cards that indicating a new chapter in our life, a new beginning of some sort. In this case, this can be a new relationship, a new chapter in an existing relationship. It is a card that it's an indication of something that mentally stimulating for you. So maybe you are meeting somebody who you are kind of on the same. You're resonating with this person. You kind of have the same thoughts, and you have very great stimulating conversations with this person or your existing person as well. This is also a card of victory. It is a card of breakthrough, clarity as well. So maybe you went through something where you're coming out as victorious. Maybe the truth is coming out, or you're seeing things clearly. But this can be also that conversation that brings clarity in our life, where we kind of having that very deep, open and honest conversation, and we see things clearly. In some instances, it can be also a sign of a contract. The first card of your reading is the Justice card. The Justice, which is all about balance, harmony, finding harmony, trying to balance things, balance emotions, balance finances, balance feelings. Right? Some of you might be very balanced this period of time. This is a very Libra energy in that sense. It can be also a sign that you need to be just, fair and just with yourself, with your partner, with people that are around you. It can be connected to a contract as well. So although this is kind of like a love and relationship reading, but there's some kind of a contract, maybe a marriage contract, maybe some kind of a legal document here that's very important for some of you. Now, some of you might be going through a divorce, because this can be a sign of a legal process of some sort, like legal process, or maybe immigration of some for some of you, right? Like there's many kind of ways this can manifest. But what's really important that there's a legal process for some of you, and there's some kind of a document, and that's kind of an indication of a victory from that perspective. The next card of your reading is the Temperance. The Temperance, which is all about balance as well, and being in that middle way, right? Like when you're not overindulging, and you're just kind of like in the middle, like this golden middle way. Because when you look at her, she's trying to create gold out of fire and water, which is very difficult. So it's an indication that you need to be patient. You need to have a lot of patience, and don't rush into anything. Just take one step at a time, take baby steps, and that's going to help you to achieve whatever you've been wanting for. The next card of your reading is the Three of Wands, which is the card of new horizons, expansion, growth. It is also a card of when you made your plans, and you're seeing the early signs of success, of that your plan is working. So what does that mean from a relationship perspective? If you are single, this is a card that's telling me that you're enjoying the freedom you have, you're enjoying the adventures you have, and you're not really looking to settle down. If you are in an existing relationship, this card is telling me that you are kind of seeing that this relationship is actually working, and you are thinking about the next step, the next move, the next horizon, maybe moving in with each other, maybe getting engaged, getting married. But don't forget, don't rush into anything, because you have here some healing to do as well. This can be also, this is a card of internationalism as well. So maybe some of you are in a relationship where you and your partner are not in the same country, and you're kind of going through a legal process there. Maybe you're thinking about getting married or something. Feels like very 90-day fiance in a sense from that perspective. But I think you have victory. Now the next card of our reading is the Two of Pentacles, which is also a card of balance, right? Like there's a lot of balance and harmony type of energy here. This is all about balancing, like, how much time you're spending with your loved ones, how much time you're spending with your with work, balancing feelings, emotions, showing that you're very resourceful of finding solutions, of even in the difficult situations. This kind of rainbow indicating that you are over the difficulties, and some harmony is coming into your life. But with the Two of Pentacles, I always get the feelings of the ups and downs as well, because in the back you have that ships and those big waves indicating that sometimes you're feeling up, sometimes you're feeling down. This kind of like roller coaster effect. And with the ships, this overseas element might be very important for some of you. Now the next card of your reading is the Seven of Swords, which is the card of lying, cheating, and stealing. But also a card of applying a new kind of strategy and being very smart, very cunning. So how does that manifest? Now, obviously, for some of you, it might be that there's some deception that you've been going through, some lying, some cheating, of course, like it can manifest that way. But the most important part of the Seven of Swords is to have that conversation, to sit down, because he is stealing those swords because he doesn't want to fight. He wants to have diplomacy and have that conversation, which obviously very important here, because this can be that, as I said, that conversation that brings you clarity. So some of you need to be a little bit more diplomatic as well, with this Seven of Swords energy, and just try to find a new strategy, try to find a new approach. And some of you might be doing something in secret as well when this card shows up, something that you're not telling everybody. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's an indication that the reading helped you, and you can also help me to grow this channel to make sure that the message gets out to those who need it the most. For you, it is only costing a push of a button. So I hope that you're pushed those like and subscribe buttons. I'm always very excited to see in a comment as well how this reading is resonating with you. And only a very few % of people end up subscribing. So I hope you're gonna be one of them. Now the next card of your reading is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles can be a person. If it's a person, it can be a child or a younger person, somebody who's younger than you. But generally, the pages bring some kind of a message of a good news, some kind of an opportunity, something that you need to hold on to with both hands. So something might be offered, maybe like, you're just messaging with somebody as well. And in an existing relationship, it might be a sign of small cracks that you need to pay attention to, but not serious. So nothing to be worried about. And you also have here the World card. The World, which is the card of accomplishment, the card of success, finishing one cycle and starting a new one. This is like a successful ending of a cycle. This is like one of those things when you put a lot of effort into something, you have your targets, you have your goals, and you are achieving them. This can be manifesting, like, if you're going through a divorce with this legal document, that you are finally signing that legal process and you're divorced and yay, I'm free. For some of you, it might be that if you're in an existing relationship, you're getting to the next step of having children, getting engaged, getting married as well. Like, legal document can be even like a marriage license can be a legal document. What's really important with the world, that you are achieving whatever you want. It is also like, the world, indicating the world in a sense. So this international effect might be very important for some of you. But again, it also can be a sign that the whole world is in front of you. And can be a sign of travel, like like some of you might be traveling internationally this period of time. Well, it's December, I guess a lot of people do. And the last card of your reading is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, it can be also a younger person. Maybe you have two younger people here or in your life, which sometimes when you have a lot of pages, it can be that you have a lot of people that are not mature around you. And you have here, if you remember, we had here the growing up message. So maybe somebody is growing up, where that can be around you, somebody, or you are growing up as a person. Because, the world is kind of this card of graduation, when you learned everything you had to learn, and you are ready for your next chapter. But a Page of Cups is very dreamy, very romantic. It can be a surprise as well, something that you're not expecting. So for example, it can be a romantic message that's unexpected in some sort, but it can be maybe a gift that you're getting from the universe, or something that shocks you. But you also have at the bottom of the deck the Four of Swords, which is the card of healing, as it says here, right? Like, the healing is very important. So this is the card when you went through some heartbreaks, you went through some difficulties, challenges, and you are recovering from it, you are putting it behind you. It can be that the indication some of you are going on a vacation, you're taking a rest, taking a break, but this is also a card of blessings, right? Like, some of you might be feeling that things are not moving forward, things are kind of stand still, but this is actually a time that you need to soak it in, and just rest and pay attention to yourself, your feelings, your emotions, and you see that even though you might feel that things are not moving forward, this is a very important period of healing and recovering for you. But that's all I have for you. I hope that this reading helped you, and I'll be able to welcome you again.